going on, guys? I love how within the first minute of this episode we figure out kind of what happened to Warwick. We figure out that his family was killed in front of him. He was slashed in the eye. That's why his eye is like that. And I just like anime. I love when anime do that. It gives you like bits and pieces rather than drawn out flashback. Granted, we probably will get very lengthy flashbacks sometime in the series. I just love how it kind of gives you hints and confirms a few things about characters' past with just a few seconds. Same thing with Nick at the end. Something I forgot to talk about in my first impressions video of this anime. Alex, she obviously had a bad past. She had nowhere to go. She was a prostitute under this asshole pimp. Now her pimp is killed and she switched over professions to being a secretary for mercenaries, and coming to find out one of the mercenaries is this drug-induced badass and the other one is part-time gigolo. So can you really say that she has moved up in the world? I mean, Warwick and Nicholas are awesome, don't get me wrong, but I mean, just in terms of a profession, I mean, I guess she's not screwing people for money anymore, but Warwick is. So I mean, Warwick has a lot of guys' dream job. I don't know why that prostitutes get looked down upon and gigolos get the thumbs up. He gets to bang dudes' wives for money. Now, I'm not here to start like a prostitute gigolo rant. I think that, you know, pimps and like having to live as a prostitute is very, very sad, like what we saw in last episode. But I mean, Warwick, he seems to be living it up. I mean, granted, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to do this, but he seems to be having a lot more fun than Alex was. But anyway, now that we got that out of the way, that old lady that talked to Alex, she made it seem like Warwick was going to try to pimp out or change Alex, and I do not think that's the case. I think that old lady needs to keep her mouth shut. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She seems like she was just there to plant the seed of doubt in Alex's head, and I'm pretty sure that discussion that Alex had with Warwick at the end pretty much turned her around. I hope she does get out of there. But then again, a part of me wants her to stay with Warwick and Nick because they are such awesome main characters. But let's get real. I mean, being a secretary for a mercenary, like, everything they're doing is technically illegal. So she does need to better herself, so I can understand Warwick telling her to get out and find her own thing and not get stuck in the city and whatnot. And my man Warwick was working at a sex house with all these beautiful females. I mean, he's living the life depending on your definition of the life. But as with all anime, underneath all goofy characters, there is a troubled past. And like I said in the beginning with that flashback that lasted for about a minute, I love how that kind of explains why he is a mercenary now. That flashback told me that he is, you know, taking out the injustice in the world so no other child has to deal with what he went through. That's what I got out of that. And there is another Twilight that Nick obviously cares for. I'm not sure if it's a sister, if it's a lover or anything like that, but I don't know what's going on with her. I'm not sure if she's overdosed. I don't exactly know how they get their powers. That big mama lady, she mentioned something about like a lot of drugs to become a Twilight, but I want to believe it's more than, you know, you just pop a few pills and you become a badass. But then again, I don't know what time this is set in, so they could have developed some, you know, life-altering drugs or something. I don't know. But for the first time in a long time, I'm not exactly sure what the connection is going to be by the end of the series between the main male characters and the main female, because I don't know if she's going to end up changing Warwick and they're going to get hitched, or if she's actually going to move on and better herself, because, you know, both of them have their ups and downs in my opinion, and I just love how this anime is not black and white about anything. But take note of this, guys. Warwick has issued the most amazing threat ever. If you keep talking, if you open up that bitch ass mouth of yours one more time, I'm going to give you another gaping hole between your thighs. Now, that can be interpreted in many, many ways. He can shoot her in the vagina. He can shove a broomstick up her ass and make another branching hole from inside the anus. He could do many things with that threat, so just the mystery and the pure pain that that's going to bring is like that makes it the most legendary threat ever. The fact that we do not know exactly what he meant by that makes it all the more threatening. But tell me what you guys think about this episode. I'm loving this series so far. It's definitely going to be one of the gems for me, and in my opinion, this season. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.